Beautiful Fort Wayne. I am joined by the legend, the man, the myth himself, the Night King, Brent Whirling. Brent, how you doing today?
Well, I'm just the king now. I don't bother with certain times of the day or night. I'm just all around. I'm the best.
We got a nice accident over here in the intersection. Wow, even got some smoke coming out of the car. Just missed that.
Yay.
Just missed that. We got the police right on the scene. But Brent's gonna actually take us on a little course tour here, all 3 courses. Fort Wayne, we're gonna start the jungle course. So Brent, I'm gonna follow you.
All right.
And I'm gonna be doing the camera work today for this part. And yeah, we're gonna do 3 courses and then we're gonna practice a little bit on our own on the classic, and then that's gonna be about it. So,
well, we're off to a great start. There's already, just random passersby that, that saw us, they recognize us, and then boom, they're not paying attention to the drivers.
Rubberneckers.
That happens all the time here, right?
All right,
Yeah.
Let's follow Brent. It's a beautiful day here in Fort Wayne.
Starting to warm up. We do have a giant flag that shows got a wind kind of heading to the north.
USA, USA.
Mm. So we're starting on the jungle?
Starting on the jungle course.
All right, all right. Should be interesting.
So we're gonna just a brief overview of the different shots, and
all right, we'll see how this goes then. Not that it's really gonna matter. I'm gonna try some new balls. I'm always testing things out, so see how this works out.
Brent is trying the Wilson Triad.
Triad. I don't know where it's, oh, there it is, Triad. So, all right.
Wilson Triad.
I'm gonna try the triads. Here we go.
All right, so here we go in hole number 1. You wanna give us a general description? Hole 1?
Yeah, so most of us play a pretty simple single bank shot. You're gonna be aiming pretty much in between, like you can see the light pole there. You're gonna be aiming just a little bit left of that, I would say. And it should, hopefully it should caress it right in, just a single bounce right into the cup there.
And what dot do you play it off of?
So I switch around either between the first, oh yeah, I guess we should go over, so dot 1, and they're numbered all the way over to number 7. So this would be 1 or 2. These are the ones that I usually kind of work between on this cup, or on this hole. We'll just go ahead and put her on the edge here, I guess, and
All right.
see what happens here.
It's a pretty flat hole as far as elevation.
And I think you can really, to be honest, let me just make sure this, probably not in the way, but just in case, you can probably use really any dot on this one that you want. Just gotta
So
find the
Brent's
appropriate
got
line.
this teed up on dot number 1. This is a single bank shot.
All right, so we'll see how this goes here. This ought to be interesting.
Welcome, viewer. Thanks for watching. This is Mini Golf Live with Frank and Brent.
That's a pole there. Might go in anyway.
So, pull that little bit left of his target.
To one more try here. I don't know if we're doing multi-tries, but
Yeah.
give it one more good shot here.
Canada KOF. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Canada's here already?
Canada's here already. So we got 2 guys on the mic.
What's up, Canada?
Hopefully, this is composite rails. On this particular course, these are composite rails.
A little bit too far then. Tried to adjust it out and just a little bit too far, so got to get it in between there.
So this was, what I've been told, this was a test course at one point. And they were testing out these new composite rails versus the...
That was our hole 1 on course 2 with the blue rails there. That was our very first.
Okay, so he's talking about this hole right here. This is the very first hole they tried these composite rails. And normally these other rails are, I believe they're aluminum, the ones that are painted orange. So this is the jungle course. We do play this on the Indiana putting tour. I don't think we played it at all last year. So this would be like, are we playing it at all this year?
Not for the IPT or GLT, anything like that, no.
Okay.
Just locals, weekly Tuesday locals. If we have anyone that's around the area in Fort Wayne here, come on out on Tuesday nights. Our tournaments start at 7 o'clock.
And they start on May 10th?
May the 10th will be the
May
first
the
week.
10th is the first week here of the Tuesday locals here in Fort Wayne. So Canada, if you can just let us know, if as long as you can hear both of us in the mic and we sound great, we're going to head on to course 2, or hole number 2.
Got some extra players
We
here.
had a ball come flying through. Great. We got a dual mic set up, so you can capture some of the capture some of the ambient sound, and hopefully our voices sound up front, loud and clear. All right, so we're moving on to hole number 2, the jungle course.
All right. So this also a single banker. I'm actually going to resort to my notes here because I think I made a switch pretty late last season, and sadly my memory is not the greatest, so I don't even really remember what the heck I was doing. Looks like I was playing in the middle there, so that'd be like dot number 4 would be like dead center. So we're going to try that.
Dot number 4.
And I'm going to be getting it kind of close to the, there's an elbow there off to the right. We're going to get it about, I don't know, maybe like 2 balls or so, 1.5 ball, I don't know, something like that. I'm going to get just a little bit off that elbow, and it should just bank once right off the back and hopefully right in the center.
So dot number 4 right in the center.
All right, let's see if I can line this up all right here.
It's going to come off the back, the rail that's right in front of the camera.
A little bit off the elbow.
Just missed the
Got a
elbow.
decent chance.
Oh, just misses.
All right, so I guess I'll try. Am I okay trying one more on some of these? Or?
Yeah.
All right. Don't know if we have time constraints.
Hit another one. We're doing a walkthrough of Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is Brent's home course.
So I could either just hit it just a hair farther out left, or I'm just going to go ahead and try this. I'm just going to move the ball a hair right on the tee mat to start. So that'll give me a little bit different angle.
Just how close he comes to this elbow. Have to cut that pretty close.
There we go.
There you go. That's how you play hole number 2 of the jungle course. All right, moving on. Hole number 3. So hole number 3 is a 90-degree dog leg to the right. This angle board is strategically placed, and the hole sits right back here. All right, Brent.
All right, so this will be a good way to indicate how we're going to start already, I guess, because so this, the rail, this is one problem with these composite rails, and I think a reason that they never really took off beyond testing is that you do get a lot more warping. They just totally break. They just, just snap right down there where the pin is. And that, unfortunately, that happens. We've seen that happening with quite a bit of our
So he's
composite.
talking about this snapping right here with these pins. If you look over on this side, it's kind of hard to tell in the shadow, but there's a pin that sits right here. The rails snap, and that's the reason why they didn't continue on with the composite rails. Now there's actually a bracket that's sitting back here that's screwed in. But yeah, that's why they didn't continue on with the composite. It just didn't hold up. As far as the color change, you mean the color change in the carpet, or if you're talking about the color change of the carpet, this brighter green is newer carpet. This is old. This is a couple of years old. This is freshly installed within the last year.
Which also seemed to change the shot just a hair toward the end of last year as well, seeing how the ball...
And the ball rolls a little bit slower on the newer carpet, so the shot changes just a little bit whenever you go from, older carpet to newer carpet. All right, so Brent, explain the shot.
So this one, I usually play right around dot 3.
Dot 3, okay.
3 and 4. And I'm going to try to go, a little over a, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 feet kind of before where the angle board starts in there. I've actually got a pretty wide range of area to work with usually if the shot works well. So if I hit it a little early or a little late, it should be fine. But we'll see what happens.
All right. He's going to hit it about a foot or so in front of the angle board here. Should be 4 bounces.
So that was early.
Just missed over on the other side of the hole.
So I'm going to give one more go here.
So when he's describing that was early, he hit the rail a little bit too soon.
So I will try
to
go
hit that a little
closer.
bit too hard and a little bit too soon.
I'll try to go closer to that corner there.
Oh.
Yeah, this one might be tricky again this year. It kind of got a little tricky toward the end of last season. So used to be a real gimme. Have to work on it a little bit. I'll figure out a good shot.
And when he refers to a gimme, it just means it's a very high probability of making it.
Definitely one that I would always depend on. Needs to go.
This is why it's the jungle. We got the giraffe out there, got the elephants, got the little fake vines and stuff. Actually, I don't even think these are fake. I think this are real vines. Moving on to our balls and putters, the only things regulated for tournaments or as clothing, etc., also restricted. So in Putt-Putt, they do want you to wear a collared shirt, and you can wear shorts, but no open-toed sandals. But yeah, they have a kind of a dress code. To me, it's kind of outdated, to be honest with you. You guys should be able to wear whatever they want, but yeah, they do want you to wear a collared shirt when you play in the PPA, actual professional tournament. Now, mini golf, there's a lot more leeway. You don't have to wear a collared shirt. So, okay, we're going on to hole number 4.
Okay, so on this one, so it's actually a two-parter. There is the first part here that these different cups all funnel down off to our right here into a lower area. Kind of come down to a little, I don't know if valley would be a good explanation, but to a second area here. So the idea is if you can hit it into the middle cup up on the top portion, that you should be able.
Talking about this hole on your right side, the middle one.
You should be able to possibly get a hole-in-one there. The other two cups up top come down to various. One of them comes down in, I think, pretty much back in this area here. Kind of have to bend it around the rock. The other one, I don't really remember, but so those are not the good shots. The way we play it when we play our events is the bottom cup doesn't matter because unfortunately it doesn't quite line up appropriately like they meant for it to. So as long as you get it up into the that primary, that center cup up there, that's a hole-in-one or two or however many it takes. So.
And where do you tee the ball up at on this one?
This is another one where you can pretty much pick about anywhere. I think most people play the left side of the mat. I've always kind of gravitated towards like maybe dot 3.
There you go, dot 3.
Some nights I do switch it up, just depends how I feel. But my goal here is going to be to try to hit this face or this portion of the rail. And it should bounce off this one, and then kind of funnel back into the cup.
Do you want to let I think we're going to let the group behind us.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we'll let the group behind us go, and you guys can take a look at the beautiful blue skies out here in Fort Wayne today. Quite a few folks out.
It's starting to feel nicer here. I don't know if the wind stopped or if it's just because we stepped inside.
It's actually an absolute beautiful day today. Beautiful day today.
Let y'all go ahead there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, we are.
Thanks for watching again, Canada KOF. Appreciate it. You've been a dedicated viewer and definitely appreciate your patronage, sir.
You need to get him a special color for his name in the chat and like his, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some kind of special emojis or sign. I don't know, man.
The weather is amazing today. Welcome, viewer. Welcome, viewer. We are at the Putt-Putt, Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I am joined by Mr. Brent Whirling, local
Hi.
Fort Wayne legend. Doing a course walkthrough, the jungle course, and then we're going to move on to the classic course. And then the third course is the volcano course. So just letting the general public go through. And we're just going to follow Brent around. Brent is the star of the show today.
Oh boy. Not a lot of starring just yet here, but we'll see. Hopefully things pick up a little bit. We were supposed to have another player, Trent, but I don't know. Apparently he's not making it. Too much pressure. Couldn't handle it.
Too much pressure.
Couldn't handle it.
I tried to convince John to come, but he said no. He had to come on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes, he wants Tuesday.
couldn't do both days, so.
Or on a weekend like a regular
Wow, she,
most people.
general public here, she almost just went straight up the hill and went straight in. Great speed too. All right.
I hope I can replicate her speed there.
Yeah, that was perfect speed up the hill.
Just a hair harder. All right, so we'll give it a go here then.
Yes, sir.
You're all ready?
Whenever you're ready.
All righty.
In Canada, I have a special stream coming up here in a couple of weeks. I will be in Uppsala, Sweden. So he's playing this off of dot number 3. I'm gonna go around to the other side here.
All righty.
All right.
A little hard. Yep.
He said it's a little hard, so that went into an alternate hole.
So this is the one location that I spoke of earlier.
So since he went in that cup, it came out of this chute, and now he has that left for his par.
Space her out a little bit there. This one does break from right to left, so fortunately the elbow is not an issue at all there. It's going to be getting it around anyway. Stance is a little bit of an issue, but
Be there April 21st.
close.
Nice try on the par putt.
A little difficult to hit that without more of a proper stance. So thought I hit the shot pretty good. Actually, the line was just a little bit too much on the speed.
Okay.
That's something that, you know, on a normal day with a little practice, I could have that already set to go when I start playing. So no big worries there. I'm scoring like Tiger so far. The hat's appropriate here. I'm hitting some bogeys, hitting some pars, and
Yeah.
it's a struggle.
All right. Hole number 5. Hole number 5 is had this nice tiki blocking. The hole sits on the other side. And with these composite rails, there's the hole location. You can't just go straight off the rail. You actually have to play it into the diamond and then kick it off the rail. So actually it's gonna be a double bounce, double rebound, 2-rail shot. Brent, take her away, hole number 5.
So this is interesting. So this was completely composite, and by the way, on this course, the composite rails stop. I believe it's after. It's been so long since I played. Actually, it's either 6 or 7 here is when they stop. I believe 6. Actually, 6 is the last one. So this was completely composite too, but they actually changed this part here back to the normal aluminum rails that we're used to with Putt-Putt. So haven't really had much of a chance to play it. I don't think we played it this way last season, so I don't know if this will affect anything, but that's why we're out here, just to check it out.
So which side of the diamond are you going to go?
I am going to go off the left here with the now aluminum rails. I am playing out of
the
third
composite
dot. And we'll kind of see, I don't know, like I said, how exactly this will work the same or not. In the past, I would go a little bit left of center here on this part here. It's going to bank, and hopefully it should line up and roll right in there.
The composite rails, the ball doesn't bounce as well off the rails as it does on the aluminum.
Wow, I just died.
Yeah, so I came and played here a little bit earlier, and that rail is dead. What I mean by dead, it just doesn't kick very well. So I actually ended up having to play the shot way closer to the point and hit it harder.
Okay.
Out of dot about 4.5.
Yeah, we'll give that a try there. That was not expected.
So I'm just giving him some advice. 4.5, and then aiming like
way out there,
way closer to the point.
All right. Yeah, I definitely did not expect that to happen. That's not how the composite rail worked last year. So I'm going to have to put a little oomph on this. Oh, I might go backdoor. Wow.
So it's much more, a little bit more difficult playing than it was in the past.
Yeah, it's something I'll definitely have to come out here sometime and mess around and see what else I can come up with. But as of right now, the shot from the last few years is definitely not going to work quite the same. So, always interesting, always changes going on.
All right. I'm kind
a little
of
bit of a weight here. It'd be nice when there's more life out here on the foliage.
Yeah. At first I thought these were fake vines, but definitely not. Definitely not fake.
Yep, only the best for us out here in Fort Wayne.
All right, moving on to hole number 6. I'm regretting letting them go in front of us.
Oh, yeah, they're doing all right, I suppose, aren't they? I don't know. So this one, this will be another. So used to play this. I'm still going to be. I'm going to play this probably like a left rail bank. I'm going to be teeing it up off the edge here on dot 1, or maybe out of this little screw hole here. It's close enough to dot 1. Going to be getting it a little bit past the halfway point of this rail here, maybe somewhere, I don't know, down in here-ish. And then, so it banks up there again somewhere on the left rail, and then trying to play it front door. We can play it back door also, but the front door used to, like if you played it that way, it wouldn't come back down all the way, it would stop up there. But then late last season that didn't work anymore. It came down just like the back rail shot. So that's another one. I've had that kind of in mind, been waiting to see what will happen.
Hand me a ball. So what he's talking about is, this is actually where the carpet color changes. It's actually slightly uphill. If you don't hit it hard enough, so you can see that one comes pretty close to the hole, and then it'll start creeping all the way back. So all the way back down. So if you don't get it up to the hole, it'll turn around and do that. Or if you hit it a little bit too hard and you hit the back rail and it doesn't go in,
it comes back.
It's coming all the way back here, and you have that putt for your 2. So that's why this hole is very important, because you can take a big number on it.
Yes, it's a danger hole. I mean, you almost, if you miss, you have to hope that it'll stay one time, because otherwise there's no relief. You just continue to putt it over and over until you make it. And it does break kind of various ways depending on where you're at, so it's not simple. All right, so we'll give this a go here. A little hard. Oh, it's still. Okay, that was a little hard, but
Perfect.
It worked out.
So you hit that one a little bit harder than you wanted to, but it was straight in.
Definitely, yeah. That was more backdoor speed there. So fortunate that it lined up. Should we let? Well, I was gonna say, I guess they're gonna get stuck behind them too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Trying to navigate our own traffic here. Oh, speaking of traffic, we have the wrecker on site out there.
We got a vehicle accident over here in the intersection. They realized 2 famous miniature golfers were over in Fort Wayne, and they just couldn't wait to get here, so they're smashing into each other. All right, hole number 7.
All right. So this is always one of my struggle holes. So I definitely don't promise anything here. So I'm going to be playing it out of, I believe it was dot 2 is kind of what I settled on. It can change again. These shots all change from hour to hour, let alone day to day, year to year. So
The hole location at this time of the day is a little bit unfortunate. It's actually right in the shadow here. It's literally right in that shadow line. And do you play this straight towards the hole, or do you use a rail?
Bank shot, yeah. So I'm going to be kind of from my eye line. I'm going to be aiming kind of like, I guess, where this weird little structure is there, or it kind of lines up with like the very edge of the crack almost.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. This one rolls pretty fast, so you don't have to hit it too hard. It can definitely go all the way up if you hit it too hard.
There's actually a couple of tiers here he didn't tell you about.
I'm gonna try to go just a
couple little tiny hills.
Yeah, try to go a little earlier maybe.
That if you get it a little bit too fast. See how this one does?
Maybe earlier was not the answer.
So, this is pretty good speed. But if you get it a little bit, if you don't hit it quite hard enough, it cannot get up the little tiny hill in front of the hole. And then there's actually another tier behind the hole. That's hole number 7. And we have hole number 8. It's very similar. The hole's sitting, there's a little valley here. Cameraing a little bit better that way. There's a little hump and a little valley, and the hole sits on this plateau. But the shadows hiding the hole location. And this is brand new carpet. This hole plays extremely slow now compared to what it did in the past. Brent, how do you play this hole?
So this one, they re-carpeted very late last year. In fact, I didn't even mark down a new shot yet, but from what I remember, I was playing this one, the tee mat's backwards. They messed up. So there is kind of a screw hole here, and I'm playing just barely just to the right of the screw hole.
So they installed the mat the wrong opposite direction.
You'll find there's 3 mats like that now. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they can't figure it out, but so we have 3 mats like that now that are backwards. This was the first. So this one, this is all about speed, really. Like, gosh, I don't know. We'll see how I do with my speed, but I'm going to be hitting it very straight. I don't even remember if I'm aiming left or right. I'm just going to try to hit it at the cup and just see what happens, I guess. I didn't write down any notes.
So he's going to go straight at it with some pace.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I do need to aim left a little bit. That's way too hard and way too left. Woo! Let me try one more.
All the way back to the rail. From back here, it breaks from this direction. It breaks from right to left.
Should go with my gut instinct.
Another shot here. A little better line.
Get up there.
Might not be hard enough. Oh, it stayed up there somehow. That ball's literally right on the teeniest edge of going back down that hill. Literally a dimple away.
So that was definitely the right line there on that second shot. As I predicted, with no practice especially.
I'm surprised that ball didn't roll back into the valley.
Speed is not good there, but that's all right. See if I can hit one back here maybe. I don't even know how much this will break anymore. This used to break to the left, to the viewer's right, quite a bit, but it may not now. And it does a little bit. Okay.
And that is the Jungle Course hole number 8. Moving on to hole number 9. Straightaway lane, slightly downhill, and the hole sits in this little area where there's what I call a nose. A little bit easier to see. You can tell, look at the rail and tell that it's slightly downhill, but you can see there's a little ridge that runs right along here. Kind of a nose-ish looking thing. So Brent, explain to the viewers how you would play hole number 9.
So I'm going to be playing it out of 2. I usually move between 2 or 3, and it's hard to. Not even seeing what I normally. It's hard to explain what I'm actually going to be aiming at here.
No, it's a left rail bank.
Yeah, I was going to say the ball should be kind of. I can't really see it, unfortunately, so I'm going to guess at it.
Basically a left rail bank, and you just want to kind of trickle it down there and just barely last roll it in. The par putts from behind the hole are kind of tricky because you have the little hill to deal with. If that one's going to track all the way out.
Soft again, Frank. Maybe. Oh, I got there.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. There you go. That's how you play hole number 9 in the jungle course.
About that speed.
Perfect. Here's hole number 10. So you have this little ring, half of a ring here, and it angles to the right. You can use the ring, and then you bounce off this left rail, off of the angle board, and then into the cup. The angle board didn't used to be there. It was added in because the hole didn't play very well. So they added that brace, this angle brace here, to help make the hole play a little bit better. So it looks like Brent's playing this out of dot number 7.
Yes, and I always stay on the right side here, anywhere between 5, 6, or 7. Trying to get it, it doesn't have to be immediately, but just somewhere kind of early-ish on the ring here. We'll hit that left rail, and then we'll hit an angle board that he's about to step over there, and then hopefully funnel right into the cup.
I actually tee the ball up all the way on the left side of the mat, out of dot 2. He plays it out of dot number 7.
I hit that really early and soft.
That might not be hard enough.
Yeah,
just not quite hard enough.
Yeah, that's all right. That's the general idea. I just didn't quite hit it very hard enough there.
So, no problem. All right. Moving on to hole number 11. So it's a straightaway hole, but the cup itself hides behind this trapezoidal wedge-looking thing. I'm not sure what do they actually call that shape of the obstacle that's down there, Brent? What's the name of the obstacle shape? I'm just calling it a trapezoid, but
we'll go with that. I don't know what it is, to be honest.
They call it a wedge or whatever, and then there's an angle board that's placed over here on the right. So you just basically play the ball straight down the lane. You want to hit the angle board all the way on the very right side, and then the ball just goes straight in. You don't want to hit the back rail. The ball will just literally just kick straight in this way. So Brent's probably going to be playing this out of dot 1. So he's playing it out of dot 1. All right. Brent, your explanation?
Oh, sorry. So my idea here, I'm going to get it down there where down where the rail is kind of like in line with the weird shape, the face of that shape there. In fact, if you pull it just a hair, it actually sometimes doesn't even touch the rail, which is actually okay. It usually finds its way at least pretty close to the right angle there. It's going to hit off that angle board, and if we get the angle just right, it'll fall in.
When it hits the angle, nice shot. Nice shot. Kick right off.
Woo.
And it swirls around.
There's some entertainment
His
for
nick
you.
is
Did that even
true to his nickname.
Couldn't tell if it actually touched the rail or not, but
I don't think it touched the rail.
Okay, I was gonna say it's close. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So probably would have been a little bit better if it did. Probably would have helped keep it a little more direct.
Swirled it in. Nice shot, and that's how you play hole number 11.
Some of these holes I have the right speed, and some of them I'm way off, but we'll work on that. Speed is very important in putting.
You have to have the right speed and the right line. The right speed and the right line.
Sometimes speed will save you, even if the line is not quite perfect.
This course got crowded quick. My plans might be a blow up here on doing a walkthrough of every course. This is going to be probably an hour long just on the jungle. So we might have to improvise the plans a little bit, but at least we'll get the walkthrough of the jungle in. And so Canada KLF asks, is putting an anime fighter?
What?
Is putting an anime fighter? Brent, your reaction.
What an odd question. Well, I enjoy both, so I suppose it could be. I enjoy all. I guess there was 3 things there. There was putting, there was anime, and there was fighting games. So I enjoy all 3. So it does make some sense, maybe.
Okay.
I'll say yes, I suppose. Sure, that is. You're right.
Putting. So according to Brent, putting is an anime fighter. Putting is an anime fighter. All right. hole number 12. So the shadows are kind of hiding. There's a 45-degree slope here. It's very hard to tell. If you look at the rail in the background, you can kind of see how there's this seam right here, and it goes down the hill. And the hole sits actually in a little bit of a slope there. It's actually quite, I struggle trying to make an ace on this hole, but we're gonna let Brent explain how he plays it.
So actually, I guess we actually segued really well into this one here, because this is all about marrying your line and your speed together. The farther left that you play, and there are people that play literally the entire mat, so it just depends on who you watch. The farther left you play, the softer you have to be, and then the further right that you go, you need to keep your speed firmer, so that way it doesn't just throw the ball way off course into the corner. My tendency is usually to hit this thing just a little bit, maybe on the harder side. So because of that, I'm not going to play over here. I'm going to migrate more kind of toward the middle, I think was what I was working on last year. Dots 4 or 5, somewhere in there. We'll just stick it on 4 and go with that for now.
Okay. So he's going to be trying to roll the ball.
And irregardless of which dot, you're always going to try to get it somewhere, within a couple, less than a foot, but you're going to get a couple inches off the rail here.
Okay.
That's pretty much your primary spot.
Now this one can slam straight into the hole and you can go in, or you can hit it off the back rail and tap it in from the back. If you miss, all the deuce putts go to the same place. So see, that was just a hair too soft, and that just shot left. But all of the deuce putts end up over here.
A little soft there.
And this putt breaks a little bit from right to left. So he's going to be aiming like right center or inside right lip of the hole. Just like that.
There we go.
So he hit that one just a little bit too soft. Just the tiniest bit too soft. All right, across the planks here and going on to hole 13. So hole 13, this is called a check mark.
And why do we call it that, Frank?
Why do we call it a check mark? Because if you look at the design of the hole, just look at the shape of the hole, it looks like a check mark.
Oh my goodness, it
Looks
does.
like a check mark.
Checks all the boxes of a check mark.
Checks all the boxes. All right, so this one, from what I remember, you play this off the left rail over here,
Yes.
and then you come off, it comes all the way to the back rail here, and then it goes back past the hole, off of that rail, and then it kicks in. So this is a three rail bank. So Brent's playing this out of dot 1.5.
And because Frank told me what to do there, I'm going to try to do what he says, I guess.
It's actually a pretty good shot, pretty good ace.
I think that bounced off of something. Yeah.
Just caught the edge of the hole.
Nope, there is something out here. I think
He wanted to miss the edge of the hole and hit it off the rail back.
That's a gimme. I backhanded it, one-handed it.
Nice.
Should never have to put that putt again in my life.
Hole 14, hole 4 piper. A couple different ways to play this shot. Some people play it on the right rail and bank it a little bit earlier and try to get the ball to go in between the 3rd and the 4th pipe. Track it in that way. I prefer to go all the way past the 4th pipe, right rail, and then hit it off the back rail and bring it back in that way. Let's see what how Brent plays the hole.
So I have 2 different ways that I normally would play it right around like 5 or 6, and we're going to hit the right rail a little bit after where it would bisect with the pipe. I don't know, maybe somewhere in here-ish, I guess. But lately what I was trying was I moved all the way over to the end, the left edge there on dot 1, and I'm going to try to play it, miss all these pipes to the right. It's going to maybe bank kind of close here, and I'm going to try to even put you can put spin on these balls when you putt. I'm going to try to put a little bit of spin on it to try to help it dart to the hole there. if I can.
So there's a little dot. There's a little paint mark right there on the rail. Trying to aim for that. That's a good question, Canada. I don't know if there is a putting AI or something like that. I tried this shot. I don't have to put cut spin on it. I can just hit it, just normal shot, and just play it down by the pipe. So he tried to cut it. Don't think it's
Get in there.
beautiful.
Nice.
Perfect. So he cut it and executed that perfectly.
You mind if I try? I'll try the other one, I guess.
So
All right.
Brent's going to show the other shot that he was describing. That's the shot that I play, the one he's just did. And here's the other shot.
Just stay on this hole all day, Frank.
So there's two different ways, two beautiful shots.
2 for 2.
No, cutting is not required to make that shot that he just did. The first shot that he made, cutting is not required. So, all right, so hole number 15. I found a shot that he didn't, I think Brent plays a bank shot on this hole.
Yes.
Right rail. I found a shot that worked where you didn't have to use the rail, but we'll see. I'll have him try the shot that I described to him earlier. But Brent, describe how you play hole 16 or 15 of jungle.
15, yeah. So, I move it farther right than, I don't know. For some reason, it seems to be a little bit safer for me here to play off the right side of the mat, even though it gives you less of an angle to work with. Going to be, it's really hard to see right now in some of these spots. Kind of guessing again. Well, plus my memory's a little bit foggy, but I'm going to be banking it. I don't know. It's going to be before the crack, somewhere.
It's talking about the crack in the sidewalk here.
Yeah. Some people play it straight. I actually played it. I played a little bit of each last year. I mixed it up between straight and bank shot. So
I found a nice
Trent, who was supposed to be here with us, he plays it straight.
So the hole sits right in between these two pipes, and there's a little tiny hill right in front of the hole.
That's late. Too late. Nah.
Nice try. And it trickles out a little bit there.
That's too bad. That was nice speed. So
I'm gonna show him a shot, or tell him a shot that I tried earlier. So if you can put that back over in about .6 1/4, sir.
Okay. I guess they're not done yet, so we can do that real quick. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put this over in .6 1/4, and there is a lovely little gouge.
Oh, this is okay. This is the one you were talking about.
Right there. If you can see this little gouge right there is a depression in the carpet.
This here?
Right here.
Okay.
All right. So if he just shaves the left side of that, at least earlier, it was going amazing. It was the ball was just tracking straight into the hole. So you just need to just get the left side of that. Did he hit it hard enough? Did he hit it hard enough?
Get up there.
There's a little hill. That was straight in though.
It's a good line.
There's a little hill I was talking about.
Good line there.
Okay, so so you're saying the last hole had that was just that wasn't an intentional mark, but now your question is, if you get caught making a mark during an event, will you get DQ'd? If they follow the rules, you would get DQ'd. But Putt-Putt doesn't follow the rules, and you can just do whatever you want. So it sucks, but that's the way it is. If you would try to do that in mini golf or go over in Europe and try to do something like that, you would be banned basically for life. If you were caught making a mark on a rail or putting a Sharpie dot on the carpet or whatever. Even pencil marks. There's rails out here that have pencil marks on them and stuff. So yeah, you don't want to do that. So this is hole number 16, slightly uphill. And there's a little drop off here. It's hard to tell, but there's a drop off. There you go. So you're actually gonna play this off the right rail, and it's gonna drop down. It's gonna bounce off the triangle and go in. This carpet is new, so you have to hit the ball a little bit harder than you did in the past. Yeah, if you, it's super strict on the marks. No, that's cheating. You can't make a mark on the rail or anything like that. So Brent's gonna play this out of dot number 6. Get that one kind of quick. Slammed it in. It's just like that. Very, very good ace. Very good ace. That's hole 16 of the jungle course. Yeah, so I was just trying. Sometimes there's like unintentional things, or there's, you know, we want to try to use a natural landmark. Like for example, like if you try to use on this left rail, kind of see there's a brace. There's a brace right here. You want to try to, like, you know, use things like this, like the brace, or, you know, if you're going to aim at something, you know, you would aim at this, you know, aim at this score post, or, you know, on this particular hole, some of the carpet's kind of worn out, so you might use, you know, some of the natural worn out marks on the carpet for an aiming point, or maybe a line in the carpet or something like that. All right, this is hole number 17. Brent, explain how you play hole 17. This is a very finicky hole.
Kind of somewhat diving into what you were just explaining there a little bit. My shot really hasn't had to change any, fortunately. In fact, I may be a little lucky, of all people, because I'm playing a straight, well, it's going to hit the right rail, but otherwise a straight shot. And, you know, to most people, this looks very detrimental. For me, I would say that what is put in the way has now become the way, because I'm basically going to be hitting left edge of that thing, or even splitting these two, you know. So basically it's just like a little runway strip for an airplane. It's just telling me exactly where I was going to already try to hit it anyway.
Okay. And he's teeing this up out of dot 1.5, in between dots 1 and 2. He's trying to roll his ball right through that little strip.
Yeah, either through it, or I can even get a little bit of the left part. It's fine. So.
If you go too far left, the ball doesn't break to the right. It has a natural break to the right. If you go too far left, it will not break to the right. And when it comes, it will actually come down here and snap to the right, bounce off the rail, and the hole sits back here in this corner on a little tiny incline. You can see a little bit better that way. So right over his mark, watch this thing kind of bank off to the right, and just like that.
Snuck it in there.
So there's a little fault in the concrete that makes that ball snap to the right, and it bounces off the rail. It's perfect shot. And that's hole 17 of the jungle course. All right, moving on to hole number 18. It's a straightaway shot. It's a straightaway lane, but the hole sits all the way up against the rail right here. It's a very interesting hole location. And I had a little rock out here. On the hole 18s in the putt-putt course, the ball feeds down into like a collection area. So I'm actually going to put a little rock out here to cover the hole. I have a little hole stopper here. Sorry, so this one, there's a couple different ways you can play it. You can either go straight off the right rail and bank it in. The reason why you can't go straight at the hole is because the putt breaks from left to right. Extremely difficult to try to get it to hold the line because you can't aim far enough left because the rail's there.
So this is our next correct or incorrectly installed tee mat here. It's backwards again. So I used to play out of dot 2. That's pretty close there to dot 2. I don't remember where I wrote myself a note here or not. This might be a complete random guess. Let me see. Well, unfortunately,
Somebody
I'm not
was
sure
unprepared for today's stream.
Yeah, I am unprepared. And I'm having trouble on some of these. Okay, I think I see. No, you know what? I'm just going to guess it. So I'm going to go right rail, back rail, and it's a tight angle down there. I might even end up hitting the left rail. So
you might, if he plays enough angle, he might actually hit 3 rails here.
That's way too late. All right.
So
not a good guess.
He hit the rail a little bit too far down where he wanted to.
This
If you
should
look
break
really closely, this rail isn't
this
quite
should break
straight.
to my right or towards the viewer's left there.
Yeah, so this putt's going to break to his right. He's going to want to aim at the edge of the rock over here. Just like that. Ooh, I don't know. That might have lipped out on the other side.
A little firm there. Might have lipped out.
Might have lipped out. Might have lipped out.
Shouldn't hit it that hard.
All right, well, that is the walkthrough of the jungle course. And Canada says, why prepare when you can just wall dive to win? So why prepare when you can just wall dive to win, sir?
What's that popular saying? It's been around forever. What is it? Failure to... I can't even think of it. That's how popular it is. You probably know what I'm talking about, Frank, but that's all right. You don't have to help me out here.
Trying to think. Not sure.
Basically, it's like, I'm probably saying it incorrectly, but, you know, failure to prepare is preparing to fail.
There you
Something
go.
like that.
There you go.
Same sentiment.
All right, well, that is the jungle walkthrough. We were going to do all 3 courses, but this is taking an incredibly long time, and we have tons of other general public out here on the other holes. So really this stream was just about testing our dual mic capabilities and how the audio quality sounded. And you know, out over here in Fort Wayne, we get amazing cell phone service of Verizon 5G. Right now I'm not getting ultra wideband, but in other spots of the course I will get 5G ultra wideband. So for maximum viewing pleasure, best frame rates that I can get as far as on Streamlabs, with the best resolution that I can get on Streamlabs. So thanks, Canada, I really appreciate it. You know, the point was to kind of capture some of the ambient sounds, but our voices were up front and center. And you know, I just wanted to do just a little hour-long stream here of the walkthrough of the jungle course. We were going to do all 3. But like I said, it's just, you can see there's quite a few people out here, and it's just going to keep holding us up. So thanks again for watching, I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that there's no issues with the wind or other sound. And this is Brent. Brent, do you have anything to say?
No, just thank you for viewing Canada and anybody else that may have snuck in there. And Frank, thanks for coming out here and giving me a reason to get some much needed practice in here. A lot to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful day. I'm glad it came out. So we're gonna do some practice on our own, and stream's gonna end. So thanks again, Canada, appreciate it. You've been a loyal viewer, and I definitely appreciate that. And the next time that I will be on stream, I will be halfway across our planet Earth in Stockholm, Sweden. And then in Uppsala, Sweden, there is a city golf tour event. So some of the very, very best players in the world will be there. And the courses look fantastic. It's not RNG like what we have here. So I'm super excited about playing over there. And I think it's going to be a wonderful time. So, and it's a golf ball only event. So, you know, I have the European mini golf balls, which you guys haven't seen yet on stream. This will be just a regular golf ball only, but when I get over there, I'm actually going to hook up with one of the best players in the world, Richard Lochner, and he's going to kind of help do some demonstrations with the Euro mini balls, and I think it's going to be great. So thanks again for watching, really appreciate it. He's Brent Whirling, I am Frank Bassesi. This is Mini Golf Live, Putt-Putt, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks for watching, have a great day.